Okay, hi and welcome back. So I'm going to carry on and try and do a part 3. I made this little herbalist folio from a kit. If you've seen parts 1 and 2, you knew what I created there. And I'm not usually used to doing kits, and I kind of was thinking, well, what am I going to do with it now? So I thought I would try to make a box, a container, something to keep things in, maybe try my hand at a little bit of a diorama type of thing. So here's what I have. I added a little bit of Jacqueline hide. Those that know, those that get it will get it. Jacqueline hide. I'm quite amused by myself sometimes. So I did a little bit of decoupage on here, and I had done some stuff with trying to transform her into a witch with a page that would flip. I just wasn't really feeling it. I don't know why. So anyway, it's what I was doing, and like all things, they change. So what I've decided to do is just carry on and record and see if it goes anywhere. And if you're seeing it, well, then I guess it went somewhere. Maybe it should go somewhere else. Anyway, here is the centerpiece, which I really loved. And I had to do a little bit of work to fix this from the kit because it didn't really jive properly, but it's what it is. So I put that on top of the box to start with. Whether these things will stay or not, I don't know. Kind of having the feeling they may not. And anyway, then I got a box. It was just a box from Amazon, and it measures about 4.5 deep, and it's a square. It's about 8.5 by 8.25 by 8.75. So I thought, well, maybe we can do something with this. So I've got a few ideas. I would like to hang some herbs. Excuse me. So I've got this backdrop that I've printed off, which I really like. I don't quite, it's actually 2 pieces here, but I like the 2 moon thing. I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do here, but I'm thinking I might hang some herbs, put in a light, you know. These are the ideas to start. And then there's some heather, and this side will have this background. I just absolutely love her, and I thought kind of carries on from this idea on the front if I decide to leave that, and if not, it'll stand alone anyway. So this is a picture that I have that I love, and I thought maybe if I put it into a box here, and then I can hopefully I'm going to be able to take this idea of a stack of books and a hat, and I have another hat that I actually like better. So sit-down hat. So my thought is to try and make a bunch of mini books and stack them in here, but using this as the idea, and then with a little candlestick and a candle. So that's my idea for there. And I will also have probably, I don't know, some cobwebs maybe hanging here, and maybe some little potion bottles, or my white raven. I do want to think about putting the raven in somewhere, and she's got other birds up there too, so maybe I might do that. There is a raven over here, I think he belongs more here. Anyway, I haven't figured it out yet, but there's lots of bits and pieces. I did put a polka dotted bow around the edge because I kind of like that. And also there's a string on here that's the black and white to tie up the folio if we continue with that idea. So lots of thoughts. I've got lots of stains and things in the apothecary kind of color. So we'll see what I'm going to end up with. I will, like I said, record and take you along and show you in the end, possibly. Alright, so stay tuned. Okay, so to make the book covers, I've just found some cardstock that I thought would work. And all I'm going to do, now there's two ways to do it. You can take a paperback novel and just rip a section out from the binding edge and then cut your pieces here, and then you can just put your piece in there, and then you've got a book with pages. Those are kind of cool. So I'm going to make a few of those. If you need it thicker, just get two of those, stick them together, makes it a thicker book, right? So kind of cool. There you go, a little book with pages that have writing. So I'm going to make some of those, and then the other way that you can do it is you can just take your flap, your piece of cardboard to make your cover, and just cut it whatever size you want. Like I've made mine so that they'll fit into this book, and stack in here nicely, right? If you could see that. I need them to sit on this ledge of this page. So I'm just going to take some pages, take some cardboard, the sizes that I want, take some covers, cut the cardboard, and flip those over, and then rough up the edges, and then stick those in. And there you've got another book. So I'm going to just do that, and then if I find the covers are too big, I can cut those down. Easy enough. I'll just go back in, snip that, and fancy them up after. But I do like these ones because they look like pages too. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a couple of 3 or 4 or 5 books so I can have a nice little stack, so that I can where did it go? Okay, I can't find what I'm working towards. There it is. That's what I'm working toward, just to make a stack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books maybe. So I'll make some thick and I'll make some thinner. Alright, see you when I've done all of that. I'll come back and show you, and we'll put it together, and we'll make a hat. I have this hat I really like, and I'm going to try and make this somehow. Not sure what I'm going to make it with yet. Maybe this polka dotted material. We'll see. Alright, and what I'll do is find a way to stack them, and I'll just put a blob of glue in between. Alright, so here's my little stack of books. I put some of the Tim Holtz Distress Mica stains on the edges of the papers. There's the green, you can see the green, and the gold, and there's another green, and then there's a purple. There's a purple in there somewhere. Where did it go? This one at the front is purple. So there's my little stack of books. That's a day's worth of work. Anyway, I'm happy enough with that, and they will go in here. And they will stack in here like that somehow. And I will make a little candle stand. I want to try and emulate this. And I'll have the hat. And then I may have a few other little things, like I said, in here that will go along with it. So that's my day for books. It's easy for sure, and it kind of turns out kind of cool, right? There's a couple with the pages. I ended up putting the kind of, so I can stack that in however I feel it's the most. I'll probably put it in something like that, maybe even have something in here so a few pages are almost flying away. That this bunch is just about ready to take off. Magic. So there they are. Aren't they cute? And yeah, that helped, I think, putting a little bit of magic coloring in there. All right, so I'm going to go and carry on and do more of, okay, so we're moving over here because of the light. So I'm just going to make the witch's hat. And I'm going to I've cut out a piece and made the cone. I just cut a piece that was like a funnel shape and then folded it over. It's that big and it flipped out here, so I just folded it in and then folded it over. Basically, I just thought I wanted to get a narrow. So here, I'll show you how I did that. So just take a corner now. If I just went straight over to here, you're going to get a pretty fat, even if you go short, you got a fat hat, you know, the thing here. And I want mine to be more pointy, so I only went part way, like to there, and then I folded this piece over there. So now I have a taller, skinnier hat. So even if I cut it off there, it's narrower. Right? Get it? That's what I did. So I'm just want to put something on the inside of this because we're going to see the flap underneath. Oh, that's the middle piece. So that'll go across the center. And then I've got a piece here to cover that side. Up there, and another piece to go down here. And I'm just gluing those all on with, I use matte medium, again, for everything basically that needs to stick. And then I put a little, put a little bit under here. I'm hoping this is going to work. So I'm adding a little bit of this as well. I'm just going to put that on. And that's because I don't have another piece of material. And so I'm just making do with what I've got. And we'll let that dry. So, folding that in half. Now, this is the bottom piece. See, I probably should leave this a minute, but I can't. I have no patience for this. So I'm going to just, maybe it's just not going to stick with that glue. I hope it does. Okay, we're going to have to wait. So I'll fold that in half and make a line sort of around your center. And then fold it again the other way. Like that, and then mark it here, and you know that is your center right there. Doing. All right, so now we need to I've cut these ends. I take this and I cut some of those ends because I only want this hat to be that tall, right? The top, I only want it that tall. So I cut into these because I thought, oh, I should maybe leave these on. Oh, okay, I'm going to cut these. Hold on. So apparently you take your circumference of your hat and you divide it by pi and you get your diameter. Can't remember that from school, but I'm going to just use like a 1-inch little marker that I have. And I'm just going to cut a little bit bigger. And not much because it can make a big difference. So I'm just going to go a little bit bigger around this half. So it was like that. It's now like that much bigger. So that looks like that might fit pretty good. Right? In there. That's going to work pretty good, I think. That's a pretty good guess. Okay, so what I need to do, because I really do want this, and I'm gonna go top 1, 1. We know that's the middle, and then this is the bottom. 3, 3. I'm just going to stick the hat through. I'm going to glue around here first. This isn't really the right glue, but it's the only glue I've got. And I think it's better than tacky. Eileen's tacky, so I'm going to put a lot of this in here. Bring out a little ways. I don't know if this can work or not, but let's see. Then I bring my hat through that way and bring that down, and I'm going to start flattening those little edges out. You see that? Just flattening those onto that stuff that we just glued. I hope you can see that because it's kind of working out pretty good. Alright, so that's what I've got. Now that's just, I don't know what's going on with my phone, but it's really not working the greatest. So anyway, I after I put the little hat piece together, I turned it over and I applied those little lining pieces that we had cut out before. And I started with the middle one, and then I put the 2 sides on. And so now I'm just going to leave all of this business to dry really well. And then I will come back and trim it up. And see what we need to do next. Okay, so we have our little hat. I put some more matte medium on to let it on all the seams. I'm just going to leave it dry, and I did it around here as well. I'm going to decorate that band up in a minute. But I did the seam, and I did around, and then here's the bottom. And I'm going to let it dry, but I'm also going to spray a little bit of this in there so the white isn't so white inside, and just a little hint of it out here. And then I'm gonna let it dry. Okay, so I moved on to the box itself, and I have painted the entire thing. Trying to get most spots, but not worrying about it because it is a witch's box, right? So I've done, I just use that cheap paint, folk art. I don't know where I get it, but it's not expensive. So, and I did the inside of the box, and I may do something different than originally planned, wouldn't you know it? So what I've done is I painted this side, they both have flaps on the inside of this box, so I painted these ones on both sides, right? And this one I taped down and just made this side flat, because this is the side that I'm for sure going to be putting this picture in, and the stack of books and the candle and all of that scene is going on this side for sure. So I just thought I'd better paint the box up and get all the edges and just get that ready so that I have options, because I may have changed my mind again. I don't know yet. So just let that sit and get dry.